So today I made myself a little, some notes and fact sheets. And the reason for that is I'm going to talk about acrylic paint. What is acrylic paint? Basically, I made myself some fact sheets so do not forget anything, because I tend to go too quickly and just spill out everything and not in particular order. So I'm going to read out what I have and talk about it. I hope that's fine with you. So, acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is a paint made of pigments suspended in an acrylic polymer emulsion. Acrylic paints are water soluble, but they also become water resistant when dry. We all know that. Now, what is an acrylic polymer emulsion? First, what is a polymer? A polymer is a large molecule composed of many repeated subunits. Some polymers are naturally occurring, while others are man-made. Some natural polymer would be like wool, silk, or even natural rubber, or even our DNA. That's crazy. And for example of a synthetic polymer, we'll think of a polystyrene, like the foam thingy that protects our stuff when we ship it, or even acrylic polymer, you know. And next, since acrylic is a polymer emulsion, we have the polymer part covered. What is a polymer? And now, what is an emulsion? An emulsion is a mixture of two or more liquids that normally do not mix. That's why sometimes when you have a pot of acrylic and it's separate, you'll have a jelly substance on the bottom and water on the top. The jelly substance is actually the acrylic resin, the polymer. And they normally do not mix, but an emulsion will mix them, but it's not quite stable. That's done. So, basically within an emulsion, one liquid known as the dispersed phase, in our case in paint it's acrylic resin, it's dispersed within another liquid known as the continuous phase, and in our case, water. Another emulsion you could think of, easily recognizable and everyone knows that, a vinaigrette, like with oil and vinegar. When you mix it, there's an emulsion, or even mayonnaise. Now, acrylic is made, the polymer used in acrylic is an acrylic resin. Acrylic resins are a group of thermoplastic substances derived from acrylic acid, methacrylic acid, and other compounds. Water-based acrylic paint is composed of minute particles of plastic acrylic resin suspended in water. That's the acrylic polymer emulsion. And after that, pigments are added to the mix to color the acrylic. And after that, when you paint with it, as the water evaporates, only the resin, the acrylic resin particles are left, and they fuse together and they form a strong, durable finish that resists water and is flexible. And yeah, that's paint for you. So basically, acrylic paint is acrylic resin suspended in water, and then a dry pigment is added. The formula can change depending on the manufacturer. Some may add other substances or filters to cut costs. And we know that there are different formulas because here, for example, there's an acrylic ink. For example, here, a fluid acrylic. And we also have heavy body acrylics somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. But that depends on how much resin or water they put in it. I'm not exactly sure how that works, because most manufacturers will keep their recipes secret. They don't want to be copied, they want to be the best and all that stuff. So it's hard to know. I've done some research but didn't find anything really concluent, so I didn't want to say things that I wasn't sure were true. And yeah, so acrylic resin formed with like all that complicated stuff. It's just part of a group, the man-made polymers like plastics. And after that, when you have a binder, the acrylic binder, this is just acrylic resin mixed with water. There's no pigment in it. This is a medium, this is GAC 800. And if you want to make paint, you could use that and add pigments in it. Pigments are not water soluble. They will remain in their powdery form and do not dissolve in water or acrylic. They will just remain suspended in the acrylic polymer emulsion. So they add the pigment, mix it, suspend and mix the pigment throughout the polymer, and it stays like that. Some acrylic will separate, so the pigments will sink to the bottom. You have to mix it really well. This doesn't happen too often with heavy body paints, but with fluid acrylic or high flow acrylic, it's quite common. Just leaving this overnight, all my pigments sinks to the bottom, and you can see it that the pigments are still in their powdery solid form. Well, not as powdery because they're kind of weighted down by the water and the polymer. So yeah. Also, the pigment by itself would not stick to the surface that it's applied. It needs a binder. And that binder is acrylic polymer emulsion. And what I wanted to say too is that since acrylic is a mix of water and acrylic resin, the percentage of acrylic resin is calculated so the paint binds really well with the canvas. And if you add too much water, well, you space out those binder way too much, and that will cause some adherence issues, like the water will evaporate and the binders will not like be able to fuse together really well because they will be spaced out too much because there's too much water. That's why I never add more than 30% paint, 30% water to my mixes. I'm not sure why this is the number, but the teachers and pretty much everyone and everywhere on the internet says that the rule is 30%. So I will follow that rule. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little talk. And yeah, if you have questions, leave them in the comments for me. I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, enough with the talk. Today I want to paint something a little bright, maybe like fall colors. So oranges, yellows, and yellow oxide, a mix of that. I think it's going to be nice. I Also have a fluorescent orange and fluorescent yellow. I also added a couple of drops of fluorescent orange in my yellow because that way the yellow will not glow green under the black light. Instead, it's going to glow a nice warm yellow, and I love it. And I mix my paints the usual way. So it's for the heavy body paint, 50-50 paint medium and then 25% water. For the high flow acrylic, 1 part paint, well, 1 part high flow acrylic to 10 part medium and a splash of water, not even 5%. And for the fluid acrylics, those three, 30% paint to 70% medium and about 10% water. So yeah, that's about it. Enough talk, let's get to the fun part. And yeah, alright. So today I thought I would go for a dirty pour, just have a little fun after that talk, serious talk about paint. I honestly find it fascinating. That's yellow oxide. Put it on the bottom. Then pyrrole orange. Then Hansa yellow medium or lightweight medium. Hansa yellow medium. I will put all the colors and well, all the colors I've used in the description of the video. So if you want to check it out, you don't have to rewind to know exactly the colors I've used. And I'm going to pour my fluorescent orange. Oh, and yeah, when we mix our paint with medium and stuff like that, we're basically dispersing the pigment in a new binder, like, well, new. Another acrylic binder. It's already in the binder in its tube or pot, but we add the medium as a binder too. And we just disperse the pigment in the binder. And this is Dyarilide yellow. It's also fascinating to know how pigments are made, because some pigments are just made from organic matter, and other pigments are just found in nature. Some pigments are found in nature, but they can be modified to get different colors, like heated, or even just... Anyway, yeah. Let's concentrate on the painting because I'm having trouble painting and talking at the same time. Here we go. I'll leave it like that. I think that the fluorescent line in the middle here will be very nice. And I'll give you a time lapse in case it changes. And I will cover my sides and pop the bubbles. Alright, let's redo that because I forgot that I took off my mic to go get my hairdryer again. I should put myself a flashing sign when I go get my hairdryer to put my mic back on. So yeah, what I said basically is I really like this painting. Of course, it's mine. No, I'm joking. I love this line here. I love how it just starts out of nowhere and goes back into nothing. I love this line here. I love the composition. It's like 2/3, 1/3, and It looks really cool with the line here as well. Really nice movement, nice composition, so I'm happy with it. I wasn't exactly looking for cells, but I got a little bit here, not very defined because it's not as contrasting as my normal paintings. I would usually go for really flashy clash of colors, opposite complementary colors, but in this case I just went with warm yellows and oranges, and pretty happy I did. It's different for sure, but it looks nice. Also like the impression of light in the middle, because the edges are dark and the middle is really light, so it looks like light is coming through, and I definitely love that. We know for sure there's a fluorescent orange here, but I have no idea where the fluorescent yellow ended up. I'm guessing we'll see that when I put a black light on it to take a picture, and yeah, that's about it really. Pretty happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed the talk on paint. And we're back, and I'm a happy painter. Yes. Really happy with this painting. It's really far from my usual. I would usually go for clashing and complementary colors and a lot of contrast. But smoothness once in a while is nice, and this feels a bit autumny, but at the same time it feels warm and summery. So I like it. It conveys emotions to me anyway, and feelings. So I think that's quite important for painting. And I kind of like abstract art because the feeling people will feel looking at my painting will be different from one person to another, and it's quite intriguing how art affects people. But yeah, in conclusion, on the talk on acrylic, I quite enjoyed like redoing the research and learning more than I learned in school actually. Just doing the research, I learned quite a bit, and I find it fascinating. Let me know in the comments if you like that. I'll try to find other subjects, or let me know if there's a particular subject you would like me to talk about on paint, or the difference between acrylic and oil, or there's so much I could talk about. My cat came upstairs, now I have hairs, yeah. It's okay. She's cute, so I forgive her. And yeah, really hope you enjoyed that talk. I enjoyed researching it, I enjoyed talking about it, trying to show examples and such. Let me know if it was clear. Let me know if you would like some clarifications on the subject. Let me know in the comments. I love reading your comments, I love reading about you. And I'm seeing my painting in the camera little window thing, and it looks like light is coming out of it, and I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, enjoyed this video. It's probably a little bit long, but yeah, I had to take my time to talk about it and not rush through everything like I usually do. So yeah, if you like this video, a thumbs up helps me out a lot. And on that note, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!